Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Okay, then to re-wick one, the easiest way that I have found is these IMCO wire lead wicks. I have videos out there that show you how to tie a thin wire to the end of a wick to lead it through there. But these IMCO wicks that you can buy on eBay and I believe Amazon as well are pretty simple. You just put the wire, kind of get it in the shape that you think it's going to come out there at. Get it down the tube. And then hopefully you can fish it out. I think we can get a hold of that now. So once we got that through the hole, and it may still require some coaxing. Go ahead and pull your wick down. I don't know, leave yourself about 1/4 of an inch or so, maybe a little more. And you can go ahead cut the wire end off the wick. Then to re-wad one, you just keep a hold of a portion of your wick. Don't let the whole thing go back down in there at once. And feed your wadding down, taking some of your wick with it as you go. Make sure that you're getting it densely packed and also into all corners. You can see that you can get a good amount of wadding into one in a pretty short matter of time. It's a whole lot easier to get it in than it is to get it out. Go ahead and make sure we got our wick. We want plenty of wick down there so that as the wick begins to burn and get used, there's plenty to pull out the top to replace it. I don't think there's any harm of cutting on these newer wicks. I'm not sure if these come out of Japan or China. They've got Asian characters on them. Is there anywhere in there where it says anyway, I'm not sure what country. But now we've got our wick and wadding pretty much packed in there as much as we can. So we'll go ahead and finish getting that the rest of the way in. May have to curl up the wick there. That could probably be packed a little bit denser. If I was really going to be putting that to use, I would probably put a little bit more cotton in there, but that will do the job. Something else to consider as I deal with all this old wadding. A lot of people are very particular. I am of the belief that the threads on this fuel screw and the threads in the body of this lighter are making enough contact to inhibit a good deal of any evaporation that might want to occur. Now, I also understand that an O-ring or seal of some kind doesn't necessarily hurt anything. A lot of these old O-rings are pretty much petrified to the screws. So if you really want to have a working seal, which my eyes, I'm even having a hard time telling if there's any bit of O-ring or seal on that one. Looks to me like there is some remnant, some residue, but that could be just the shadows playing tricks on my eyes. If you are of the belief, of the notion, or persuasion that sealing the fuel cap is important, then there are fuel cap washers out there in these old repair kits for the Ronson lighters. I've still got some of those. I may have even had a person or two ask me for some that I'd forgotten about. So if you've asked me for some of these, get with me. I don't mind sharing what I have. And I have mailed a few of these to some of our other friends. So by the time you see this, they may be gone, but if you are in need of one of these, just get a hold of me, send me your address, and if I still have them, I will send you one. I've done that before. Like I said, I don't believe that it really has much to do with evaporation or function of your lighter, but I can understand that if you have a lighter that is in new condition or working condition, whatever kind of condition it's in, that you want it to get the best kind of fuel efficiency that it can. So that's just where I stand on it. A lot of people, though, are dead set. They want that O-ring, and maybe it makes a bigger difference than I think it does. It's altogether possible. We're going to go ahead and fuel this up since we changed the flint wheel out on it. Most of the work that we did today was actually done on our, well, I don't know what we'll call it, our stand-in, our stunt lighter, because I didn't want to re-wick an already well-wicked lighter. So we're going to go ahead and fuel this one up now. And hopefully, because I left my can of fuel elsewhere, hopefully we can get this Zippo canister to empty itself without us making a mess here. And it should be enough for this lighter, I believe. It's dripping pretty good there now. I think it may be empty. So then get our fuel cap back on. So I was hoping not to make any mistakes here. It's hard to pull off. But I think the gist of this video, while it may not be the most preeminent Ronson video ever made, certainly not a perfect video that we've made today, but I hope that we have clarified some of the issues, the lining up of the mechanism, the thumb lever with the snuffer and the outside gears, the plunger spring or piston spring, all the different parts, the seal of the fuel screw, and the sparking of the mechanism. Until next time.